Hey, everybody, it's your girl, April Marie, and welcome to Handle Her With Care podcast. I am so excited to be here tonight. So, I usually film during the day, but I wanted to have this scene a little sexy for you tonight. Let's talk about the art of dating. When was the last time you've been on a good date? When was the last time you planned a good date? When was the last time you allowed someone the ability to surprise you? I think that there's something really sensual and really beautiful about having someone to plan a date for you. And also about you receiving that love and that care back. I think we fell into planning all of these amazing dates for ourselves because we were uncomfortable with, or our partners didn't know how to plan dates for you. So we took to ourselves to, plan something, and girls' night out and all of these different things, which we love and are necessary to our mental and emotional health and well-being. I know I introduced myself, but let me just give you my title. My name is April Marie. I am a self-care coach. I teach women how to care for themselves from a space of restoration, not resentment. What does that mean? Essentially, that let's just put it on the dating platform. If I wait for someone to plan a date for me, then I might resent them because it wasn't done the way I wanted it done. It wasn't done. How about that? We never made it. It never happened. But this allows you to take control of your own dating life, your own situation. That's where it came in, and everybody was really hitting these self dates, group dates, friend dates, because we felt like this is us loving ourselves back. This is us reciprocating back to ourselves the love we want. And so I think that by doing that and loving myself that much more, and I'll make it personal, I think that by traveling and going places, going to the nice restaurants, right? Experiencing the beautiful hotels, even if it's just for a night, just to go and be there and experience the food and the vibe and the bar and the, curated cocktails and all of the things makes the experience so rich. I gave those things to myself. And it's really like, now that I have the ability to go on these dates, right? I'm single, I'm dating, whatever. I want the best experiences possible. So I'm here today to give you 3 different ways that you can date, right? Let's get into it. We're going to talk about an elevated date, romantic date night. We're going to talk about different ways that you can date on a budget. And we're also going to talk about sensual dates, like really deep, eye-gazing and romantic moments that you can create with your significant other. So dating isn't just about going out, you guys. It's about tuning in. So whether it's luxury, low budget, or low lights and slow music, the connection is the goal. Like him cooking, your hands are touching, you're washing your hands together, you're talking, you're laughing, you're playing. Those are the moments. Those are connective tissue. And the goal here is to build safe, comfortable relationships where I can be me, I can be her, I can be soft, and he can be masculine, and he can be firm, and he can be loving and warm. And when the two meet, it's like a beautiful love story, right? That's the goal. So I'm going to talk to you tonight about the first 5. Okay, it's elevated romantic date nights. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, so the first one is you can have a private chef or a curated tasting at home. You can dress up, use real plates. Don't use paper plates. Okay. Do not use plastic. Use real plates, real silverware. If you have it, real tablecloth, real napkins, really set the stage. Candles, and absolutely a bomb playlist. That right there is a beautiful experience. Like, I love it. It gives exclusivity, like I'm only doing this with you and for you. And it also gives intentional intimacy. Like you're intentionally setting the stage for something very romantic and something very beautiful, right? All right. So number 2 is a luxury staycation. So you could do one night at the most beautiful hotel that you like, right? I'm not name dropping hotels on here. I'm giving the idea, but I'm trying not to give you like a specific because I want your imagination to roam. I want you to think about you, the things that you love, and the things you want to present to your spouse. So even if you're planning the date as the woman, plan that thing. If it's your turn to plan the date, I'm giving you the game, ladies. Like, come on. And if you're a man in here, I'm giving you facts. This is everything. Okay, so a luxury staycation, you could do one night. You don't have to even go ham and do a whole weekend or nothing like that. One night, no responsibilities, room service, and late checkout. Sign me up. When we going? What does this bring to the relationship? Escape plus uninterrupted connection, right? Totally escape. Like, to not have to think, not have to get up and go cook something, to only be able to be worried about or to only have to worry about, is the water temperature okay in your bath, in your shower? What? You don't have to think. Room service is coming. Candles are lit. The vibe is there. Staycation. I love that. And I love luxury. So stop it. Like, come on, y'all. Okay. Number 3 is a couples spa experience. This is massage, steam room, relax together. I know one of the spas that I love in LA. Okay. They have like quiet rooms and hot tea rooms, right? Where you can go and maybe in the other rooms you can talk and mingle, but in the quiet room, it's quiet. Oh, it's so sexy in there. It's so calm, just relaxed. I love that. Peace is sexy. Hello. Okay. Yes. Love me some peace. Okay. So a couple spa experience with the massage, the steam room, relaxing together. What does this bring to the relationship? Physical closeness without pressure. So if this is like a second, third, fourth, fifth date, beautiful. Why? Because you're not pressured. You don't feel like, oh God, he's rubbing on me or she's massaging me. Now this has got to go somewhere it doesn't need to go yet. Like, it's a great like physical opener where you can be open and, communicating. You're relaxed and your body feels good. You're drinking teas and coffees and things like that. Like, it's just a good, definitely a conversation stimulant. Okay. Number 4, one of my favorites, fine dining and deep questions. One of my favorite things. First of all, I love to talk. Okay. And then I love fine dining. Stop it. Anyway. So for this specific date night, you would want to pre-plan 5 meaningful questions. Look into each other's eyes. Ask them and answer them. Reciprocate them. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. I got these cards. Tonight's conversation. These ones are the couples edition. I don't know if you've seen them. Black owned business. Whoop, whoop. tonight's conversation. I don't know if you've heard of them. They like are a traveling conversation panel and they talk about relevant topics. So this is their date night. The first one I showed you is the couples. This is date night. And I just think they're so cool. And me and my guy literally still sit up on the phone and we ask each other questions back and forth from the cards, because the decks of cards have some great conversation starters. And there's things that you don't think about. And it not only helps you to like register, like, okay, they think concretely like this, but it also helps you think, oh, wow, this is how they think about life, or this is how they're thinking about this. And then it broadens the spectrum of the conversation. Like now we can talk about more things and it goes deeper and deeper because we have access to conversation openers, right? This other one that I love is the love languages, better language for better love. Okay. So this is 101 questions. I got these actually on Amazon years ago, and I really didn't open them until recently. And I have been having the time of my life with them. They are so much fun. Some of them are spicy. Some of them are wholesome. Some of them are thoughtful. I mean, it's just a range, right? But it does evoke very meaningful answers, very intentional conversation, and it brings emotional depth. That is what we want. I mean, I know for me, I reside in the deep. Like, I don't want shallow conversation. I avoid it like the plague. I'd rather be silent than sit across from somebody and talk about like things that don't matter. And don't just matter to me. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, that doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm not being dismissive. I'm saying, let's talk about some things that really are going to be beneficial to our life. Let's talk about things that are forward moving. Let's talk about faith, family, let's talk about, things that matter, things that really shape our lives. And so I reside over on that side. So when you bring me over to the shallow, it drives me absolutely crazy. Okay. So I love anything that's going to bring more emotional depth to the conversation, especially in pertaining to like date nights and stuff like that. I love it. So this next one is a scenic sunset experience. I love a sunset. So picture this. You could do a total rooftop. There's some water effect, whether it's a waterfall or the ocean. Yes, Southern California, the ocean's right there. Or if it's a lake or whatever, like, right, a water effect. And then private picnic with a view of the thing. I love that. Isn't that cute? Okay, so what does it bring to the relationship? It brings awe, like wow, wonder, like this is so beautiful and scenic, and I can see all the lights twinkling. It's evening, right? We're sitting out on the rooftop. If you're in the city, beautiful. And you're overlooking the city and the lights are twinkling. You have a bottle of wine and some delicious charcuterie. And then, oh my gosh, here comes the lamb. Here comes the lamb and the mashed potatoes. Oh, right? Like, bomb. Stop. You've done it. You've killed it, sir. Everything. Bomb. Okay, so that kind of wraps up our luxury experience, or something that gives more of a luxury feel, right? So all of these things actually, to me feel budget friendly still, because I think that there's a way that you can do everything that still gives you the full experience, but doesn't have to break the bank. But it gives intentionality, it gives love, it gives awe and shared memories and emotional depth, right? It gives physical closeness without pressure. All of these things, I think, are why you're connecting in the first place. Am I right? I mean, I would hope so. All right, so I have to just do this because I didn't do it in the beginning, because I was like, let me switch up this show. I'm too excited to dive into this topic. Shout out to 661 Creator Space. This is the place that has made my podcast dreams come true, and I am so thankful to be here and be able to record my show in this building. It is beautiful and I love it and appreciate Tavier and all of her hard work to create a space that is beautiful aesthetically and fully functional for all of your multimedia needs. So definitely hit them up, 661 Creator Space. We will tag them in this video. Shout out to at My Hair Honey on Instagram right now. The website is down, but they are still my show sponsor and they kick butt. Their hair growth oil is everything. I freaking love it. It smells like a dream. If you don't know, you better ask somebody, and you can DM for orders. Currently, we're revamping the website, bringing in new products and taking some out. So as we're in our transition, if you want your products or when you want your products, you can hit us up on the direct message on Instagram. And that is, again, at My Hair Honey. Okay, so now we're going to deep dive into 5 budget-friendly date nights. Okay, because effort is bigger or greater than expense. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you why. All right. So number 1, a candlelight dinner at home. Cook together, no television, and put the phones away. What? This sounds like heaven for me because I love good, deep conversation. I want to cook with my man. And please turn that TV off. It's racket at this point. Okay. Depending on what time of day it is, it just sounds like racket. And I want it to stop. So yes, turn that TV off. Let's put our phones away. Let's enjoy some good eye contact. And let's cook something that's going to nourish us. I love that. So a candlelight dinner at home. What does this bring? What does this bring to the relationship? Partnership energy. Boom. Who don't want that? Who? Who does not want some good old partnership rekindling? Okay. Listen, that's all I want is some good energy, some love and some romance, some physical touch up in there. Like we're at home and we dressed cute, like sexy cute. Like, okay, we got jammies on, but I got my booty shorts and he got his boxer. Like we doing it. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be sensual and it's going to be great. So we love that. Okay. Number 2, and we're still on the budget side, is an evening walk plus a deep talk. Whew. So you mean you want to hold my hand, ask intentional questions while you're pushing me to do something physical that's going to bring longevity to my life, add years to my life and our lives together, creating healthier bodies, creating more of a soul and deeper connection? I just paused for effect because, baby, sign me up. What are we talking about? This is a great date that maybe, let's just say, you're a very feminine woman and you're like, my man doesn't really like it when I, spend my money. He doesn't want me planning dates and blah, 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 blah. This is great. This is beautiful. This is, okay, Papa, I got something for us to do tonight. He don't have to know that nothing. It's just an activity. It's something that you guys can do together. This is great for a feminine woman. I love that. Baby, let's go for it's date night. We're walking and we're talking. Maybe you can bring the cards with you and ask about, some questions for couples, right? You could do something like that because that brings emotional safety. I love it. Okay. So I love the evening walk plus deep talk. Let's get it. Number 3, game night for 2. So a little playful competition, a little Uno. Come on, Uno. A little taboo. Yeah, taboo could be fun with 2 people. What else could you play with 2 people? Connect 4. That's fun. You could play chess, checkers. Oh man, the list goes on and on. I like, well, no, I don't like Monopoly at all. But I do like Monopoly in real life. Let's go. But you could play all the games. You could play Twister. Come on now, Twister. Amen. Okay. And whatever game I didn't include, put it in the comments for your friends, because we need all the games for our game night for two. And definitely bring the flirty energy, because this is the goal. This is a great, like, maybe fifth date possibility, even if this is something maybe a woman could plan too. Like, hey, babe, I just wanted to make a spaghetti, right? With some garlic bread and some salad. I don't know. And then, yes, we're playing games tonight. It doesn't cost much, but it's super meaningful. And what does this bring? This brings laughter and lightness to the table. That's all we need, is a good ha-ha. And especially in this climate, this social, emotional, what? It is just really a lot going on. Everybody feels the pressure. Have you guys heard the new Jill Scott, Pressure? Oh, so much pressure. I love that song. I love it, love it, love it. I was playing it in the car when I came here too. So there's that. But I'm here for the lightness and I'm here for the laughter. So that's a beautiful thing. And so we'll segue into number 4. Are you guys ready? Okay. A late night drive and vision talk. All right. Soft music playing. Let's just say windows down, sunroof open, top down if that's what you rolling. If not, definitely windows down, cracked, whatever. Nice warm night. And talking out loud, sharing with your partner, your person. Where do you see us in 5 years? How do you feel about the things that are happening with you? Right? Where do you see yourself next year? Let's speak from a space of already have completed it. Because as we're talking and we're painting this picture, we're driving past the neighborhood that we see ourselves raising our family in or doing the, come on, vision. I love that. Late night drive plus vision. What does this bring to your relationship? This helps to bring future alignment. Ha! That's what you want. You absolutely want to be with someone that you can see your future, you can plan your future with. There is nothing worse than feeling like tripped, stumped, stagnant, weighted down, can't move, trapped. I don't know. Any word that, sounds like, trapped. That's scary. Trapped in a futureless relationship because you don't have vision for us? No. We only want late night drives and vision talks, okay? Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about where we're going to be. What does 6 months look like for us? How much money are we saving? Are we buying? Let's talk the future. Because what else is there? Yeah, I love that. That's so it's sexy. 100%. Okay, so you could also do, and this I think applies mostly to probably couples that have a couple years on them, couples that have seasons that they've been through together. So this is nice. Memory lane night. So old photos, first date stories. That is so beautiful. And when you tell a story, right? And you have your perspective and then he has his perspective and then you laugh about the differences because everyone's perspective is different. I love that. It's like, no, you didn't. Baby, you said. And then he like, no, mama, you said. You like, that's so funny, baby, that you remember it that way. You right. I love all that. Give me all of it. It's so cute. So we definitely want the old photos, the first date stories, the second date stories, the first time stories. You know what first time I'm talking about. We want all of it. Do you remember we went to our wedding and we did this and we dressed up and all of it? I love it because it reminds you of the reason why you fell in love. It reminds you of why this person is your weakness in a good way, and why you want to stay with them forever. I think that is so special and so beautiful to make and create memories. And let me also just put this out there, you guys. Please make memories. Please, this is why I'm doing this show. So many people fail to make memories together. They fail to talk about their memories together. And I think that it shows, and even just to yourself, that you've lived a very full and beautiful life when you can see it. Take pictures. Okay, that's fine if you're not exactly where you want to be, right? We all have things we want to work on and need to work on, and call it out. But here's the thing. You're not going to get those days back. Take pictures, take videos, laugh with your family on camera, because I think that that's very beautiful and important to have those memories, especially with your significant other. Okay, there's that. As we transition into 5 sensual and intimate date night ideas. This is grown, okay? This is giving grown. Y'all grown? Raise your hand. Okay, moving on. Let's go. We are keeping this sensual, not explicit. Focus on energy tension. We're building tension and connection. I know maybe 3 or 4 shows ago, I spoke with Tavier, and we were talking about building connection or building tension and what was like deeper. And I was saying that I feel like building tension is something completely different than just having a connection. I love the connection and I want that, but I think that the connection deepens when you build tension. Like, I want to be able to cut that thing with a knife. Like, you got to get a serrated knife to get through this tension. You got to work through it, because we have created a thick cloud of love and romance, a thickness that you're going to have to cut through to get up in here, because it's just that deep. It's that heavy, and it's good. You want that rich, thick love that is so intense. Ooh, I love intense. Okay. Yeah. So focus on the energy, guys. You want connection, but you want it to be an intense connection, because why do we want anything that's average? Handle me with care, and I'm going to handle you the same. It's beautiful to reciprocate, guys. It's beautiful. It feels lovely, really. All right. Sensual and intimate date night idea number 1. Slow dance night at home. Picture this. Of course, food. Hello. Maybe some wine or some cider. Dim the lights. Smelling good. Dressed appropriately for an at-home slow dance night. And one playlist. One carefully curated playlist with all of your favorite songs. What? Ooh. Hello? My man. Hello? Do you understand? Like, one playlist, no phones, just movement. Huh? Just movement, a sway, and the touch. Stop it. Oh, listen, you talk about inferno. You talk about a burning and a yearning. Baby, that will create the deepest forms of intimacy. This right here, slow dance night at home, dim lights, one playlist, no phones, just movement. What does this bring? Chemistry plus closeness. Oh my God. Y'all don't know. I relate to Kelly Rowland when she said she was a sensualist. Me too. That's what I do. I create very intentional sensual experiences, right? I do it for myself. Like my home in my bedroom, my room is very sensual. It's very alluring and like, ooh, sexy, It has a vibe to it. And I love that about my personal space. So naturally, when I'm in my lover space, it's going to feel very, very similar. And my God, when the energy is met and matched, right? What are we talking about? OMG, stop it. Bring me all the chemistry, bring me all the closeness, bring me all of the tension and the passion. That is what breeds intimacy. So here, that's number one. It's just going to keep getting better, Number two, on the sensual side, massage exchange. Warm oil. Oh, isn't that nice? Have you had a massage and have you had it with warm oil? And have you had it done by the man or the woman that you love? Okay. I know. It's hard out here. We're working up to it. So warm oil, soft music. Take turns. Ooh, stop it. I love that because they ain't no rush. Ain't no rush. What does this bring? Touch and attentiveness. Attention to detail is a winning quality. I mean, you want to talk about chef's kiss. Attention to detail. Did my body squirm or tense up when you touched that spot? Did I cringe? Did I say, are you listening? Are you tuned in? Do you feel me? Yeah. Attentiveness is beautiful. That's bomb. I like that. Yes. So massage exchange, that's number two. Number three, re-meet me role play. I love that. Re-meet me role play. Pretend it's your first date again. A flirty introduction, of course. First of all, look good, smell good. Have a cocktail in your hand. If not a cocktail, a mocktail, whatever. Smell good. Whatever your happy, beautiful perfume is, right? Standing at the bar. And here comes this man with this super flirty introduction. Sexy eye contact. And maybe, just maybe if he gets far enough on this re-meeting, hand on the lower back, a little whisper in the ear. Huh? Ooh. Yes. What the girlie say, take me through there. Take me through there. That sounds so fun. What does this bring? What would this bring to your relationship? In my mind, it would bring discovery, rediscovery, mystery. It would ignite a spark because we're not trying to, right? It's my imagination. So with my man, I'm not trying to meet him where he was. I don't want you to reenact how we met. No, I want you to re-meet me today. Allow me to reintroduce myself to you, sir, as this woman today. That's sexy, baby. That is a different form of communicating. That's beautiful. I love that. Yeah. So we're unlocking mystery and we're unlocking spark with the Re-Meet Me role play. I really do. I love that. Meet me today. Don't worry about who that girl was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 months ago, last month. Let's do a little role play. Let's see if you could pick me up today, you know? And how I am differently listening to details and how the conversation spawns today. Uh-huh. Okay, let's get it. So, number 4, intention and desire conversation. All right, let's dive into this. So you could ask, what makes you feel most desired? Love that. What makes you feel safe with me? Or at all, right? Like we're deep diving here. What turns you on emotionally? I feel like this is where we could insert like non-sexual turn-ons in this conversation of asking, what type of things can I do to further, stimulate you mentally? Am I meeting that standard? Are we having enough emotional conversations for you? What are some non-sexual things I can do to make you feel like I love that man, right? Or I love that woman? Like what are the things so that I can continue to love you with intention and desire, building tension between you. I don't care how long you've been together. Listen, if the eye contact is not disgusting, I don't want it. Okay? If it is not giving, oh my gosh, he is going to eat her alive, I don't want it, baby. Save it. I want to know that I can be, what does this bring to the relationship? Vulnerability. I can be vulnerable with you. And it builds deeper intimacy. That's what you need. Whew. Intention and desire. That's a beautiful one. And you can do this over Chinese takeout, right? You could do this one, and you could do that, hey, in the bed. That's a good one because it's a safe space for most people, right? So you have the safe space, physical, it feels good, it's soft, it's comfortable. A lot of people can bear, more emotionally from a space where they feel most comfortable. So, hey, you could get some really good answers there. I love that. All right. So tech-free bedroom reset. This is number 5. Sorry, y'all. So for a tech-free bedroom reset, fresh sheets, hot out the shower, completely shea buttered down. Okay. Just don't miss a spot. Candles lit, be present, and move slow. I love it. I need to know, can we have music playing? Maybe some soft, some soft music. Yeah. Maybe just some soft, sexy little music. With the fresh sheets, for sure. With the candles, absolutely the hot shower. Shea butter first show. Being present is beautiful. Moving slow, not rushing, because you don't have to. But there's no TV up in here and ain't no phones. Because what we have to do is we have to talk, but we have to talk with our spirits and we have to talk with our souls and we got to talk with our bodies and we have to talk that way with our eyes. And listen, it's going to be physical communications goings on in that environment. And I'm not mad. I think it's beautiful. I love, right? And so whether you've known your love for a very long time, that doesn't stop any of this creativity that I have just mentioned, right? Like the only reason why I'm bringing you these things is because I know a lot of couples, a lot. I have been around a lot of couples, and my own parents have been married for 44 years. Shout out to y'all. Whoop, whoop. Michael and Lillian Holland, yeah, I think this year is 44 years of marriage. Congratulations on that. Okay. Woof. I have to just clap it up. Amen. Because that has got to be one of the hardest things that I ever did was get married and be married. Looking at the second time around, when that comes to being just so much more easy and beautiful and aligned. But big picture, like making it 40 something years is a gift. And so they could not have made it that long without connection. But even if y'all need some connectivity, watch this podcast and get some information so that you guys can plan some awesome date nights and you can do some beautiful things. I know that I did not add on this list one of my favorites, which is like a paint and sip or some artistic craft. I think that's important to add in. So if you guys are into candle making, make candles at home, right? My parents do that, and I think that that's super cute. If you are into paint and sips, that amazing. Do a private one. I went on an amazing date with my guy, and he did a paint and sip, and it was a private paint and sip, and I was so impressed because that's one of my favorite things to do, and he didn't even know it. Loved it. Thank you. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, what? I was so excited. So I think that it's meaningful, whatever stage you're in your relationship, you owe it to yourself and you owe it to your partner to really decide that you're going to continue to do this thing with intentionality, right? With all of the things in mind. And whatever stage you're at, whether you're dating on the more luxury side of dating, or you're incorporating the luxury, the budget, and the sensual all up in, which is really what I hope you're going to do. And I want you to tell me that it's working, because this podcast is Handle Her with Care. And the best way that we can take care of ourselves is to allow someone else to love us as well, right? You love yourself and your person loves you too. That's like the gift. That is the beauty in this life, is being loved by yourself and then absorbing the love that other people want to give you too, because you're deserving of that. You are worthy of it, and you are worth being loved and cherished. So romance is not about money. It's not. It's about mindfulness. It's about effort. Sensuality is not about performance. It's about being present. Okay? It's about presence. And love is not something you maintain. It's something you nurture. Right? I want this love to remain pure and soft and beautiful and sweet. What do you do with something that you want to maintain and preserve because it's so precious and it's so sweet? I mean, you're going to put a little extra into it, right? You're not just going to get that old, crusty, dusty lawnmower and just mowing it because you got to. No, you're going to be like, you know what? I'm about to get the lawnmower 6000F, because I'm going, because when I cut it, and then I'm going to get the trimmers. I'm going to do the line so it has that nice cutout. And I'm going to plant some roses, right? Huh? Thank you. We need some fruit trees over here because I'm manicuring this land. I'm nurturing it. We got to spray the fertilizer. Where's the fertilizer? This is how you manicure. This is how you nurture, cultivate the land. This is how you do that. Maintaining it is fine. And listen, there are seasons of where we're just in maintenance, and I understand that. We still together. You understand? We are making it. I understand the times of maintenance. But when you can break out of that cycle and remember yourself, remember the impact that having a family, having a happy wife, having a happy husband, having happy children, to notice and see and to see your love grow, right? And multiply. That's a gift, and you want to nurture that. So essentially, right, we want to handle our relationships with care. Handle your partner with care. I posted the other day, and I was sharing that, it is reciprocal. We do want our spouses and our men, or, our women, to really give to us, and what does this look like? And, is he going to do? And is she going to do? And there's something, to be said about a couple that loves each other. Like, we love each other. So we make sure that she's careful with me and I'm careful with him. I don't take him for granted. I don't push past him and blah, blah, blah. I don't treat myself that way. I'm not treating him that way. He doesn't treat himself that way poorly, and he doesn't treat me that way, because it really does start with you. So the more careful you are with yourself, the more careful other people will be with you, because you're emulating what they can, the treatment. What you stand for is what they'll give. What you require is what they'll give. Plus, they're extra because they love you and they want to see your life full. And remember to always handle yourself with care. I mean, we talked about the him, we talked about the her. Now I'm talking to the you. Handle yourself with care. Be kind to yourself. I think that only amplifies the way that you're able to treat and be kind to other people. And for sure your spouse. For sure. Because they're going to mirror a lot of your emotion during the process. So if something's going wrong, they feel it, they see it, and it's just a negative reflection. So handle yourself with care. Take care of yourself. Well, that's all I have today for this episode. I hope that you were able to glean some exciting new ways to spicing up your life, spicing up your love life. Hopefully spice up just the way that you view love, period. If you have these blinders on because you've been in a long-term relationship, take them off. This is your chance. Handle yourself with care. Handle your man with care. Y'all plan a nice date. Maybe you have a game. Maybe you take turns. He plan, you plan. I love it. I know you enjoyed this podcast. And because you did, find me on YouTube at Handle Her With Care Podcast. You can also find me on Instagram at Handle Her With Care _podcast. I'm also on Facebook, Handle Her With Care Podcast. And you can also follow my personal page on Instagram at Rockstar, ROXSTARR _life. Okay. You can also find me on my website, www.aprilmarieholland.com. Okay. I am so excited. I love y'all. I know I'm going to see you soon. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay. We want subscribers. I will see you next time. Thanks again. Enjoy your date night. Bye.